Call to order the Arvada City Council meeting for October 5th, 2020. Call upon Councilmember John Marriott.
Thank you, Your Honor. Will you please join me in a moment of silent reflection? And now the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Kristen Rush, if you'll do a roll call. Here.
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 Here. Here.
Here.
We have the minutes from September 14th and September 21st. Any changes or corrections? Seeing none, they will stand approved as presented. We have one recognition tonight, a presentation of the Recycle Colorado Award. And I understand we've got a presenter for that. If you want to go down with them. Mayor Pro Tem Miller will come down with you. Yes, you may.
Well, good evening, Mayor and members of the Arvada City Council. It is my honor and privilege to present to you this evening this award from Recycle Colorado, where I serve on the board of directors. Recycle Colorado is a statewide nonprofit and nonpartisan organization working to transform Colorado into a national leader in solid waste reduction, recovery, and diversion. Recycle Colorado is made up of over 300 members from public, private, and nonprofit entities. And each year, Recycle Colorado honors leaders in our state who are making a difference in waste reduction and recycling. I am proud to announce that this year, Recycle Colorado chose to honor the work of our great city with this award for Outstanding Government Recycling and Diversion Program, in recognition of our efforts to improve our residential waste hauling system. We will be the largest city in the state to provide a recycling bin to nearly every resident, approximately 35,000 homes, under an organized waste hauling contract. This is a big deal. Our state's recycling rate is only 17%, while the national average is 35%. The fastest way for Colorado to improve on that is by making recycling easy and convenient for its residents. And we are helping our state do that today. A couple weeks ago, I attended my church's 150th anniversary service in the parking lot of Arvada United Methodist Church. And our bishop, Karen Oliveto, spoke to how our founding fathers of Arvada United Methodist Church were leaders ahead of their time. And I think those recognized with this award, the City Council appointed Arvada Sustainability Advisory Committee, the city staff, and you, the Arvada City Council, are also leaders ahead of your time. With the founders of AUMC, we also have a collective vision for our city. Our vision is one of a more sustainable city. Now, in my time living in the Denver metro area, I have never experienced a summer like we've just experienced with so much smoke in the air. We are feeling the impacts of climate change right here in Arvada. And our move to increase recycling in our city is one of the fastest, easiest, and most cost-effective ways we as a community can fight climate change on the local level. In fact, if the state just increased its recycling by 10%, we would save 188,000 tons of carbon in a year, the equivalent of taking 40,000 cars off the road each year. Your leadership is helping us to reduce our climate impact. So thank you for your leadership and congratulations.
I can't take your hand, but I'm going to do this.
No.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm assuming that's made out of recycled material. Yes, you may, Ms. Boone.
I was going to say it down there. That was
was not me. Randy, I just wanted to say thank you for all your work, your incredible work, and the Arvada Sustainability Committee, everybody on the Arvada team. I mean, this truly was a community effort, from the citizen survey that went out and the second citizen survey and Speak Up Arvada. This was our entire community that made this happen. So thank you so much to everybody that made that happen.
Very good. Nice award for Arvada to receive. Next, we have new business. We'll move on to the consent agenda. Oh, first of all, do we have anybody signed up for public comment? And we have nobody in the chambers that wishes to address council. So I'll close public comment and move on to new business on the consent agenda. We have a resolution authorizing a wireless communication site ground lease agreement between Arvada and American Tower Asset. The next one is a resolution authorizing a wireless communication site ground lease agreement between the City of Arvada and Verizon Wireless. Next is a resolution authorizing an agreement between Arvada and Matrix Design Group for professional services relating to engineering design services for intersection improvements at West 56th Avenue and Ralston Road and Kipling Parkway in Allendale Drive in an amount not to exceed approximately $177,000 in the first year. Next is a resolution authorizing a First Amendment to an agreement between Arvada and the Jefferson Center for Mental Health for professional services. Next is a resolution authorizing an amendment to an existing construction contract between Arvada and PCL Construction in the amount of $8,164,000 for the Ralston Raw Water Pump Station and Pipeline Project. Final item on the consent agenda is a resolution authorizing a grant award letter, intergovernmental grant agreement, DCJ grant number 2019 DJ 1901-25-1 between Arvada and the state of Colorado. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Mr. Marriott.
Thank you, Your Honor. I move that resolutions R20-081 through R20-086 be approved.
Motions for approval of the consent agenda. That passes unanimously. Thank you. We have no resolutions tonight. Ms. Miller, you're going to need to read slowly the ordinances on first reading because we've got 7.5 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Don't read it that slowly.
No. Thank you, Your Honor. I move that Council Bill 20-026, an ordinance repealing and reenacting Section 74-31, Land Use Fees, of Article 2, Community Development Department Service Fees, of Chapter 74, Planning and Development, of the Arvada City Code, and Council Bill 20-027, that was hard, I can't do it that slow, an ordinance certifying the City of Arvada mill levy for 2020 for the Board of County Commissioners for Jefferson and Adams counties, and Council Bill 20-028, an ordinance appropriating funds for the fiscal year 2021. All be approved on first reading, ordered, published in full, and public hearing be set for October 19th, 2020 at 6:15 p.m.
All votes are cast. That passes 7-0. We'll move on to any reports from City Council, since we can't open our public hearing yet. Anybody from council have anything they want to report on tonight? Ms. Miller.
Absolutely. So I'm excited to say that Blues and Barbecue for Better Housing has been able to donate a roof to a family in need in Arvada. We are excited that we had a very successful Blues and Barbecue year, the 23rd year, and we're able to give a cash donation of $30,000 to Habitat for Humanity and then donate 2 roofs, and we're excited that they're going to be right here in Arvada.
That's great. Mr. Marriott?
Thank you, Your Honor. I just wanted to mention kind of a shout out to a local business who is changing locations but staying within Arvada, and that's Jefferson Animal Clinic, which is, I can remember us being customers of Jefferson Animal Clinic in the 1970s. when Dr. Gray was the veterinarian there, and now Dr. Drebeck is the veterinarian there, and that practice has continued. And they're moving from Ralston Road to Independence Street in a brand new building, a brand new remodel of an existing building, and it looks absolutely beautiful from the front, and wish them all kinds of success at their new location.
Ms. Simpson.
Thank you, Your Honor. So I just want to give a quick shout out to our partners at the Arvada Economic Development Association. Recently, a business in my district looked like it was going to have to close due to a landlord dispute. So I connected them over to the good people at AIDA, who jumped right in. Fortunately, the landlord issue wound up getting resolved. So the barking lot, if anybody has a dog they want to take over, they're really great. They treat my dog very well. But the parking lot will be staying where it is after some remodeling with but a huge shout out to our counterparts over at AIDA, who are quick to take action and make sure that the economic vitality of our city is intact. So thank you to all of them.
Yeah, Arvada Economic Development Association is currently going through a reaccreditation process. And some of us they were going to come to Arvada, the reviewers, to actually do a site visit, but because of COVID, they did it remotely via Zoom, and from all indications, that went quite well, and I'm confident that the Economic Development Association will receive reaccreditation. It's a great organization that really benefits, I think, the businesses and the citizens of Arvada in a great way. Mr. Dev, anything you've got?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. Next Monday, we'll be having the third and final scheduled budget workshop. We'll have our work systems from including vibrant community neighborhoods and infrastructure present information regarding their proposed 2021-2022 budget. That'll finish the budget presentations, and then Councilmember Miller just introduced on first reading the actual budget actions that we will ask you to take on October 19th, which will appropriate the funds for 2021 and 2022, and also update our 10-year financial plans for all of our funds. So the last budget workshop on October 12th, and then also on October 12th, we'll give you an update on our pay plan. This would be the work that we do every year that will focus on things like analysis of the market, reclasses, regrades, job title changes, and new positions that are in the proposed pay plan for 2021 and 2022. That's the workshop next Monday.
Okay. Ms. Morris, anything from the city attorney's office?
I don't have anything, Your Honor. We can have a riveting conversation about the rule against perpetuities, but beyond that, I think I'm out of new stuff.
Okay, fair enough. Lauren Simpson.
Thank you, Your Honor. I remember one more thing. So this past week, I had the great fortune of being the council representative in the first of our community conversations, which is sort of like a city listening tour, which is talking about some of the big issues in the national climate right now, particularly issues of systemic inequality, diversity, inclusion, equity, issues that are really important, and a lot of people in our community have a lot of very powerful feelings on. And so I wanted to make sure that residents watching tonight know that there is another conversation coming up as part of that listening tour. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Devon, but I believe that's the 8th at 5 to 6 p.m. And okay, good, I got it right. And Mayor Pro Tem Miller will be the council liaison for that. And I just also want to thank all of the people. I believe we had 40 some odd citizens participate on this first one, and it was a wonderful conversation. Some really great ideas came from that, and it was very powerful to listen to the experiences of some of the people in our community. So thank you to everyone who showed up, who spoke up, and we look forward to continuing to listen and learn, and we make this just an even more welcoming city for everyone.
Yeah, Ms. Simpson, I thought you did a terrific job of introducing that and representing the entire council at that session with both your opening and closing comments. Ms. Miller's going to have, well, I guess they will be large shoes to fill compared to hers. So.
Size 10 there.
Very good. We're just about to the point where we can open our public hearings. Thank goodness we changed our procedures so that we can do them at 6:15 instead of 6:30 on nights like this where we don't have public comment and we don't have a number of other items. Certainly on some nights it goes much later than 6:15 before we can open the public hearings. But tonight I am able to open the public hearing on Council Bill 20025, an ordinance authorizing an intergovernmental agreement between the City of Arvada and State of Colorado to allow the use of the Department of Revenue's sales and use tax software, SUITS system. Mr. Devon.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, this actually completes work that has gone on for probably about 4 years to establish a portal that can be used by vendors from across the state as well as from out of the state for sales tax collection. It was Senate Bill 19-006 that allowed the Colorado Department of Revenue to contract with vendors, which would create this central portal that would allow businesses to provide sales tax remittance. It also there was a intentional effort around sales and use tax simplification systems, which allowed taxpayers to look up and remit sales and use taxes through the single portal, and also to standardize the definitions for the sales and use tax system. This proposed action completes this process that started with your adoption of the ordinance 2 weeks ago, September the 21st, that allows Arvada to collect sales tax from out of the state. This was a model ordinance that was developed collaboratively with the Colorado Municipal League, and also a lot of Arvadans participated in the process. We had Representative Tracy Kraft Tharp that was involved in this process. We had Ed Rothschild, a local businessman, owner of Alpha Graphics here in Arvada, that participated in this process. We also had Director of Finance Brian Archer and Revenue Manager Ezekiel Vasquez that served on task forces and other committees to help define the simplified sales use tax system, as well as work with the Department of Revenue in the development of the SUITS software. So Arvada was very involved in helping to lead the way for the rest of the state. And I know also that I had conversations with Councilmember Marriott about this system being something that would be easy for businesses across the entire state to be able to utilize, as well as out-of-state businesses. So this is, I think, a very good development. This enables us to join several other home rule and self-collecting municipalities from across the state to do this, and we're proud to offer it to you for your consideration, and we're recommending approval of the ordinance.
Is there any member of the public that wishes to speak on this matter? I see nobody in council chambers, but informed we have nobody signed up on Zoom. I'll close the public comment portion and open up for city council questions or action. Mr. Pfeiffer.
If there's not any questions, I'll go ahead and make the motion.
You may proceed. You beat Mr. Marriott to the button.
All right. I move that Council Bill 20-025, an ordinance authorizing an intergovernmental agreement between the City of Arvada and the State of Colorado to allow the use of the Department of Revenue sales and use tax software system be approved on final reading number 4742 and ordered published by title only.
Thank you. Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just wanted to speak to the motion and thank all those who were involved in this process. As a business owner in the City of Arvada, I know that our accounting team and finance team embrace processes that are much easier. And I think this will be a process that that they will embrace, and it will make it easier on them every month or every quarter when they're sending those use tax reports to the city. So thank you for doing that, and obviously I will be supporting this motion.
All votes are cast. That passes 7-0. That concludes our items for discussion tonight. I think we might have gotten a record on shortest meeting, but for Mr. Devon's lengthy explanation of the agreement. So we stand adjourned.